Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine and I hope everyone's doing well. For my personal value speech, I've chosen courage as my topic. Now, we all have different definitions as to what courage means, but to me, it's having the ability to overcome something despite what frightens you. A quote by Winston Churchill: "Fear is a reaction, courage is a decision." This quote is true. We have the ability to decide whether we want to overcome the obstacles that we have to face, or we also have the ultimate decision in life to choose if we want to react with fear when things get difficult or take the decision and courage to follow through. Now, picking just one value was extremely difficult, as I do believe we live upon more. Now, courage can be interpreted in many different ways and aspects of life, but throughout my speech, I will inform my audience about how I use my core value professionally, academically, as well as socially. Now, first and foremost, let's talk about courage in a professional atmosphere. In the military life, my job holds me responsible to check upon everything within the unit. Something that helped me build up my courage when briefing is practicing the information beforehand and adjusting it to the way I wish to display it. What also helped me expand my courage was when I was in schooling for my MOS job. We were giving briefs every single day to higher-ups whom were the ones who analyzed and made critical decisions based upon what we presented to them. Now, this is where courage comes into place. Since I'm in an air wing unit, I have the responsibility to tell my coworkers whether or not they can follow through with their mission if X, Y, and Z aren't fixed. Courage is also a decision in which I choose to uphold when briefing because it always allows me to get out of my comfort zone. I have to show up courageous and speak up, demand, etc. in order to obtain the results that I expect from everyone that I lead. We all have different ways of reflecting courage in our professional world due to the different varieties of jobs that they are. Courage is a trait that will allow you to be successful in a workplace and open up doors when needed because it shows the people that are in charge that you're not afraid of a challenge and you're willing to get out of your comfort zone. Secondly, in the academic world, we are put in different situations as well as strange, and we may feel scared, timid, as well as nervous, but as an example, simply speaking up about a doubt or a mistake and approaching the professor about the question you had, that made me nervous just to do so in front of the entire class. I don't know if we share this in common, but it definitely made me nervous, and I had to build up the courage to do so. Another point would be presenting, standing up, and speaking in front of peers that I'm not really familiar with. In this occasion, presenting to you guys. Even though we're not in a classroom setting, we're still obligated to record our speech and present to you guys as if we were still in a classroom. Even though this isn't quite as how the professor wanted, we are still getting feedback on how we present, and we still show how courageous we are just to do so. I'm extremely appreciative of this class because it does allow us to gain confidence and courage to be successful throughout this whole entire course. At last, we are always introducing ourselves to new people and making friends, but if we didn't take the initiative to have the courage and speak to someone we're not familiar with, that would mean we lack social skills. I never really had any difficulty being social, but it does take courage to go up to someone and introduce yourself without knowing them, or to simply talk to a large group. I know it does take courage to simply go and say to someone, "Hi, my name is so-and-so," and continue the conversation. Therefore, courage would come in naturally if we expose ourselves to meeting new people or speaking to large groups when it's not mandatory. Overall, my purpose was to inform my audience about one of my core values and how it reflects personally in my life. Courage is a value in which we should all be willing to overcome and not let fear get the best of us, because majority of the time the end result is really rewarding when following through despite how how frightened we might be and nervous. Thank you so much for watching my presentation, and I hope you're able to give me feedback on what I did good and what I can improve on. I'm looking forward to continuing giving presentations and seeing my improvement throughout this course. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys stay safe and healthy.